Fresh out the box.
Hey there, everybody. Welcome to Fresh Out the Box Plays Fantasy Age from Green Round Publishing. I am the board game guru and game master extraordinaire, Jahananan.
It's me, Casualty, CDG, co-host of Fresh Out the Box and Fresh Out the Podcast. If you like movies, streaming shows, and video games, check out our podcast. Me, Jahan, and our friend Drew talk about stuff, and you like stuff. It's available where all podcasts are available. But today is Thursdayge. That means we play our favorite system, the Age system. In particular, we're diving into Fantasy Age again, and I'll be reprising my role as Solwyn, the High Elf Diplomat.
I'm AD Springer, also known as Corbinian, a video game and board game, tabletop role-playing game, Twitch streamer, and I am reprising my role as Hernasa, the Orcish Arquebusier.
Aaron's frozen.
Froze. I'm back.
You're back.
And I'm back. It's me, Aaron Bamier. Hello. Also known out there as Serendipity Do. Glad to be back with Thursday Age, Fantasy Age, playing Balor Crossings, the Cleric of Washalia.
Yeah, where Balor left stuff off, you guys were in that ancient rune in the Feyfall. You discovered the hieroglyphics and prophecy of the dreams and nightmares of man being used to unleash some sort of Fey blade, which seems to have something to do with the separation of your world and theirs. After that is the game you missed, Aaron. Our compatriots helped a wagon of fireworks make it through a canyon. But they were beset upon by the eldritch creatures that Hernas has taught to enjoy the taste of gunpowder.
Nice.
You're welcome.
After much chicanery, you were able to drive off the creatures, get to the other side of the gulch, and where we left off, you were pulling up to the castle of the Kingdom of Torrents, which is flying the banners of the King of Greystone. So it appears that he is here. The firework EAs, fire craftsmen. There you go.
They're called carnies.
I don't know. The carnies will drop you off at the castle, and they'll go do their thing. That's where we pick up.
Anyone who deals in traveling from festival to festival selling fireworks for a living is just a rock's throw away from a carny.
It's fair.
It just happens to be the 5th of November, too. I'm not sure why. Lots of gunpowder involved. And
Oh, no.
I have an idea.
They're revolutionaries. But yeah, that's where we pick up. You arrive at the castle. There's much hustle and bustle as people run back and forth, setting things up. It looks like they're setting up some sort of festival grounds within the castle wall. They're not doing full-on jousting or anything, but there does seem to be some sort of fight tournament set up. There are entertainers walking around juggling, and musicians playing various instruments all throughout. It's just kind of a big cacophony sounding this way and that. Lots of food available as well. Seems to be freely given at this festival. And yeah, you see a lot of people out here on the castle grounds participating in this carnival.
I was muted. I always forget about that. So, yeah, I'm just going to kind of, as we get to about this part, I want to actually stroll through a little bit and just kind of admire what's been put up for what it is, right? And Actually, how long? I know we have urgent business to attend, but could we spend just a moment at this while they're having this festival?
You can linger if you wish. However, I believe we need to get Vitaly Mamone inside and attended to. He's still in quite a disheveled state from his transformation.
Oh, that's right. I suppose I was distracted by the many entertainments. Forgive me. Let's make sure he gets taken care of.
I should also like to tell the king that we have seen to matters. Then revelry can be had.
Yeah. So where are you planning on taking him?
I think he probably has had a room, right? He was already here and established. He's a noble, and so he probably has a guest quarters.
They just want to take him to his room.
Yeah, take him to his room.
That's fine. He has not regained consciousness a single time.
Does he have like people?
Yeah.
Attendance.
He has attendance. Yeah.
Yeah,
Has
we
it
should
regained
probably.
consciousness?
What?
I was just double checking. So he hasn't regained consciousness. We
No,
should
he's
probably.
been unconscious for days. Yeah. That will remind you that something was taken from him by
That's right.
the smiling creature.
His black soul.
Something like that.
Something like that, anyway. The little orb.
Yeah, his
Nightmares.
Black, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it seems
That's
like
right.
his nightmares were taken from him. Sounds like a good thing, but he's unconscious nonetheless.
Mhm.
But yeah, so you'll take him to his room. His attendants will take care of him. They'll strip him down and wash him and stuff.
Ooh, and then we got to report to the king and the princess, and probably let them know what happened and what's up.
Yes.
And her ass will definitely come along just to see what this grand reward of thank you and pat on the head is going to be like. Doesn't normally see that, so normally get used to being paid in coin and goods, normal things.
Adolfo Duro is probably the one we'll seek out.
That's who you want to talk to, yeah.
That's the king's advisor, and I figure right now the king is probably engaged with the other king, and I don't just want to walk up and interrupt.
That's perfectly fine. Yeah, you will look for him. He is in the throne room with everybody else. When you go in there, you'll see there have been some changes. What's up, Lord Jesus Crust?
Yo! Love that name still.
Still love the name. It sounds
It's a bit
delicious.
cheesy, but
There's
It-
not a Pizza Hut in my town, so I can't get stuffed crust pizza, and I think that that's criminal.
Just get cheese sticks and eat them together.
Okay, good
There you go.
idea.
Yeah.
Never thought about that life hack before.
I'm full of good ideas
That's crazy.
and cholesterol.
most people are.
Bam. So you go to the throne room. There have been some changes. There's a lot of banners of the King of Greystone. They call him King Greystone. But yeah, a lot of his banners are up and about. They are red with black emblems of a cracked stone, intermingled with the Torrent's banners of blue. And those are more agriculturally themed, with wheat and grape adorning them. Not as intimidating. But yeah, there's also been many what appear to be gifts strewn about. There's a big pile of various. There's furniture, artwork, all kind of piled on the right corner, the right wall, where people can walk and look at it. There's a large ornate bench featuring two beautifully carved women. It's made out of wood and stone. And then there's also a statue of, unfortunately, King Greystone. That's an interesting gift to give somebody. But hey, statue yourself, it's not bad. You
don't forget what I look like.
There are bolts of rare cloth just sitting there. Piles of stuff like that.
Does Belor wear her like holy emblem openly? Or is it emblazoned on your armor or something? I forget.
It's like this sort of like this regalia that she wears underneath a traveling cloak most of the time. But in this circumstance, the traveling, it would be like her regalia would be showing, which is its own kind of icon, I guess.
Hernas will say quietly as we're walking along, not whispering, talking, so he's not just shouting across the room. It'll be interesting to see what the kingdom's lackeys will respond to the God of Beauty's presence.
As you say that, yeah, you will notice there are inquisitors in the room, wearing their scarlet red robes and tabards and various iconography. One of whom you recognize.
Oh, good.
As Inquisitor Sherwin Warren, whose life you spared. He is here. I don't know if you guys remember it.
Yeah.
Okay. It's been a few months. I didn't know.
Hernas would have began to glare as he was saying it, like he was trying to warn them off bugging the priestess rather, and it's like, and then seeing his face, like, oh, and like oh, look of surprise and a nod, like, oh, there you are, hello.
He'll nod back, but the rest of them definitely do give dirty looks to both the orc and the pagan. So yeah.
What about the high elf?
Yeah, probably. I mean, you're less, you're less, how people feel about, I don't know. They don't like them more. It's kind of hard to tell what you are sometimes unless you can see your ears.
And they're like blood elf World of Warcraft sized ears. These are
Do you have those?
These are very very long golden.
Oh, well then yeah, they'll probably give you dirty looks.
Yeah, unless I have my hood up, you can see my ears like down the street.
Nice.
Also golden skin and golden hair. I really stick out. I don't look as mortal as anybody else. It looks like I've got glitter in my skin.
We also wear nicer clothes than, well, I was gonna say both of us. She wears nice clothes for a priest. I look like a dirty hunter because I am. And you look like a noble.
Yes, I have really pretty, that's right, really pretty, vibrant crimson and gold trimmed robes.
That's right.
And other than that, there are servants and attendees and nobles and the like having court here. You do see the king and the other king sitting in the thrones with the princess. You do see Gandolfo Duro as well.
He's the one I'm going to try to, I guess, flag over, or maybe I'll approach him. I think I'll approach him. Are they like sitting at the same table? Because if they're sitting at the same table, I'm not going to walk up.
So the current setup is the royalty is on like the dais, and then like they're all kind of watching stuff going on in the middle. There's various like people are coming, giving tribute to the king. Some there are some performances that happen. It's like a whole thing. And then Gandolfo is like kind of off to the side, but he is involved in that. Like he's like calling the next person, taking gifts.
Like the stage manager.
Exactly.
And the receptionist, the administrative assistant.
Yeah, he's right there.
Oh, he's the castle seneschal, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Castle what?
Yeah, seneschal. That's the role he's doing, basically. I remember that's what he basically was when we met him last time. I was like, oh, that makes perfect sense. That's what he's doing. That's what seneschals do.
And the he's the everything else.
He's the guy. Yeah. That's why he's losing his hair and he's always tired.
Yeah.
All right, let's go talk to Gandolfo. I'll walk over there.
Do it.
As you walk across the way, you do notice the Inquisitors get itchy. But Sherwin will kind of like calm them down. You guys approach Gandolfo. Oh, you're alive. Okay. This is good. This is good.
Yes, we report back that we have spoken with the refugees in the forest, as it were, and they will lay low for the time being. There should be no more problems along the highway. However, during this encounter, something strange happened to Vitaly Mamon. We've just brought him back to his people. They're letting him rest, but he hasn't woken for 2 days. We're afraid whatever happened to the king and the princess has happened to Vitaly as well. A creature appears to have stolen his nightmares. We intend on getting them back. However, Vitaly is currently indisposed, as it were.
Give me that communication check to see how well this information is delivered and received.
With etiquette, baby! I get the +2 for etiquette, if you're cool with that.
Yeah.
It's a 15 altogether.
It's not bad. That is a lot to take in. So you allowed something to befall Vitaly.
I'm afraid what befell Vitaly came from inside. Are you familiar with tales of... And I'll lean close to his ear so nobody hears me. Lycanthropy.
He'll shake his head. What nonsense.
I'm afraid not.
Children's stories.
Still no.
Children's stories have truth in them. That's why we tell them.
And I'm sure you thought the Wraiths were a children's story until they beset upon this castle. Believe me when I tell you, there are dark things in that forest. One of which was a beast living inside Mamon. That beast has been expelled for the time being. And we will investigate this matter further. I just wish to keep you updated on the details. You don't have to believe us until the end if you don't want.
I will take your words for now. Well, you took care of the bandits. Stand before the king. And he'll, like, gesture you into the floor. Like,
has anything dark or dangerous befell this castle in our absence?
Other than the Inquisitors?
No. Nothing like that. But go. Stand before the king. And he's gonna, like, everyone's looking at you guys now.
Hell
like,
yeah.
He's, like, calling you up
Right.
to be next.
Hernaz will kind of glance at the center stage with visible discomfort. Everything in his head screams, this is a terrible idea. He just kind of fidgets with his rifle and kind of like, all right. Walks along. Like, there's like a delay of falling after the two of you. Like, huh? Oh, right. I'm supposed to be following you now. Like, I'm more scared to go with them to here than fighting some beast in the woods. It's like, I don't like this at all.
Makes sense.
As we go before the king, I'll do like an exaggerated like butt cape throw to like throw my butt cape around to my other side so I can take a really big knee. So like imagine I use the left hand to like swing it around my right side to take a really big knee. That's what's happening here.
Oh, flourish, yeah.
Yes, there you go. That's the word.
Gandolfo is going to run up to the king and like whisper in his ear a bunch. And then, like, every now and again, he's going to stop and look at you guys. And then he's going to start whispering again. And then he's going to, like, walk back to, like, his spot. He's like, my king, the champions you sent to take care of the rogues in the woods. Successful. And people will clap. Be a little bit of applause. A smattering. Very good, very good. I had a feeling I could count on your party. Very good, and I hear that you also helped deliver the fireworks for the festival. And some people will like murmur approval at this. Very good, very good. Well, welcome back. please partake in the festivities. Gandolfo, and Gandolfo will like bring you guys a pouch of money.
Hernas finally relaxes. Something familiar. If it's potpourri, I'm gonna throw it at him. I swear to God.
It's not potpourri, it's money.
Here are some party favors. It has a silly hat and everything.
We are most gracious for your gifts. However, I would be honored if you would keep my share of the gold for your own kingdom, my majesty, or bless my purse upon this visiting king. For we are welcoming our guest with open arms. King Greystone, who I'll also bow to.
So King Greystone, this is the first time any of you have ever seen him. He's young. He's about 20-something. Very young. His crown seems a little like he'll grow into it. It does fit, but not well. He is wearing just absolutely like thick cloth all over his body. High collar. All of it is gray and black. He's not an ugly man or anything. He's okay looking, maybe handsome, and he's definitely very well groomed. He completely clean shaven, dark hair, and pale blue eyes. Many rings adorn his finger, and he sits kind of bored, but also when he sees the three of you, seems aggravated. But he politely, like, shoos you after your words. Very good. Thank you, champions. This is Gandolfo. You may return to your activities.
I think he likes us. I'll whisper to you guys about the king as we turn around and leave.
You'll see him whispering to one of the inquisitors as you go.
Yes, I suppose one of us might be followed.
Yeah, I mean, you do see one of them, like, go off into the crowd.
Well, as I promised there would be time for festivities, no time like the present.
Oh, no.
And she leaves for festivities.
Welcome back.
Yay! She did warn.
Something time for festivities.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Nice.
What festivities do you wish to partake in? Yeah.
Well, before we partake in festivities, I'd like to approach Inquisitor Warren. That's the name, right? Warren's.
It would be ill-advised to approach him now because he is standing with the king.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. Never mind.
He acknowledged all of you with a nod, but
right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. As far as festivities go, besides just having a nice stroll through the place and admiring the things, I also want to dance.
Okay. Do you want to do that now?
It is important that we take time to recognize the beauty of Washalia at all times, and to sometimes simply lavish in it. So now is as good a time as any.
Yeah, you will all adjourn out to the area you were at previously, the fairgrounds. There is music and revelry going on. There's like a dance area where people are doing their clappy foot dance. I don't know what to call it. What's it called? Their word for it? Yield dancery.
Folk dancing.
Yeah, folk dancing. There you go. See, I knew there was a word for it. Yeah,
Dancing folk dancing.
They are doing folk dancing. you're out here. There's a lot of the common folk are out here. Like the gates to the castle are open. Anyone can come in, and it looks like everyone is. You'll see familiar faces in the crowd. Yeah. Oh boy, these are some names. You'll
I
see.
was imagining Baroque era dancing, so then I googled it to see what it's called, and it's just called Baroque. This is literally what the dancing style's called. So
They're Baroque
That's called
dancing.
too.
Baroque. It's of course the prequel to break dancing is Baroque dancing.
Absolutely.
How it works.
No, it isn't.
But you'll see various people that you've dealt with before. Off in the corner, you can see Kentucky Waterfall doing a hem and a haw with some slap dancing on his knee.
How many jugs is he blowing into?
Someone's blowing into a jug next to him, and that's what he's ham boning to.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. He's doing a little bit of yippee. Your people that you haven't seen in a while because you left them with the boat. But they are here too. Walter, the blind man, and Salty Steve, your pirate friend, are both here. Let's see. Who else would be here? You guys might remember Darius Trucker vaguely. He was one of the wagoneers that you guys helped before you left to take care of the bandits. And then I guess Hugh Janus and Seymour Butts are here, but I don't like those names. Don't like them. I wish I had better names. Yeah.
Doesn't mean they're not here though.
They are here.
They're around.
Yeah, Hernas is going to go over and chat with Kentucky Waterfall to kind of loop him in about the possibility of talking with the bandits out in the woods. Like, not a loud conversation, just kind of like sitting by him and just chatting with them. But also, while doing that, he's not like super engaged in that conversation. He's more watching Balor and anyone who's might be going after her. Because Hernas is very on guard right now.
If you're going to speak with Kentucky Waterfall, take this. I made a small map on our way, and this will guide him to where the bandits stay.
Oh, he'll appreciate that. Thank you.
I rolled a couple of cartography checks along our route and was like, I wonder why I'm doing this. And now I have a reason. Now I know why I'm doing this, to set up this network for Kentucky Waterfall.
What the?
I got lost there for a minute. Disconnected.
Hi. Yeah. So Balor's dancing, and you're talking to Kentucky. Do you actually want to talk to Kentucky Waterfall?
Yeah.
Oh God. All right. Well, hey there, buddy. How the hell are you?
I am doing quite well. I've been very busy the last few days. And I think I'm about to make you busy as well.
Oh, boy.
I hand him I tap his shoulder with the map. Kind of letting him have time. Like, if he's still doing something, he can wait for a good time to grab it.
He'll pick it up. You passing me the love notes there, fella? You know I can't read.
You can read a map, can't you?
Ha, ha, ha. You would think.
I give him a look.
You
Don't know. Seriously?
You don't know if he can or can't. It's very ambiguous.
That map has directions to a nearby camp of bandits who may be looking for other work.
A bandit camp, he'll say loudly.
I'll kind of slap him on the shoulder with the barrel of my gun, just kind of whack, like, shut up.
He'll be like, oh yeah, thanks, buddy. He'll slap you on the shoulder with his hand.
Ah, damn it.
He mistakes it for affection. Oh. Well, yeah, I'll make sure to give him my information.
Well, since I did you a favor, I give him a look. And I open hand.
Anytime someone tickles your pickle, you gotta give them a nickel, and he'll. Oh man,
Good advice.
Sometimes it just. Oh man, improv's fun. What do you hold your hand out for? You want like money or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll pass you. He'll pass you a nickel.
I look at him and say, no, a real coin.
He'll give you some money. What are you expecting? What's the going rate to you?
The cost of a map, really. However much that cost them to materials plus labor. So I don't know.
You're gonna give him market price.
I'm thinking. I think no higher than a gold. I would think off the top of my head for a map.
I'll give you a gold. That's fine.
If you gave me a copper, I was gonna be a lot more forceful. Like no, come back here.
Nah, he gives you a gold coin.
When he puts it in my hand, I give him a nod and I kind of sit back and kind of enjoy the music. Well, enjoy the music, and the dancing, but I'm still kind of the whole conversation. Like he's talking to me, Pernas is kind of watching Balor and watching people around to see if any Inquisitors are doing anything sketchy.
You'll see Kentucky Waterfall breaks off to go talk to his jug blowing associate.
I bet he does.
What?
No, I bet he does. I bet he
Okay.
he has a deep conversation with his jug blower.
And then you didn't say anything, so I was like waiting. All right. So, Balor, you enjoy?
Well, not on stream. No, I'll tell you when you're older.
Okay. Balor, you are dancing. Are you? Is that all you wanted to do? Like, or is there an ulterior motive? Or
Honestly, this is sort of it's like an action of worship to Washalia. This sort of whole moment for myself.
Okay, that works. That does work. What about you, Solon?
I think that I am going to maybe try to find some kind of storyteller stage. Get up there and tell a little Fey lore, tell a little story that these people have never heard before.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's
not too hard to do. I mean, you can find a group of people to listen to a story.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna find a group of people. I'm gonna go on a small stage and tell a story all about Elf World. And I rolled a 9 with 2 stunt points, and I'm gonna leave it. I'm not gonna re-roll anything to make the story more or less convincing. I tell what seems like a pretty unbelievable story about the Fey realm.
Now to tell you the unbelievable origin of cleavage.
Yes, where I come from, the water comes to life and strangles everyone when they're children, and no one survives past the age of 12.
Child will cry.
Well, thank you all for sitting in on the story. That's all I've got tonight.
Boo! Some people boo you.
Yeah, that's good. I'm good with that. Oh, what's the other thing? No, I also know what I wanted to do. I want to skulk around. I want to skulk around and look for entrances and exits that aren't posted up by guards. I have a feeling that things might get greasy tonight. We might have to run, and so I'm scoping everything out. I'm getting a real good layout of this place, so that we can have maybe bonuses to our rolls later or something if we need to escape tonight. Is that something you'd like me to roll for, perception or anything, to see if I get stun points, or are you cool with that just being sort of a downtime action?
Have me roll. Yeah, roll seeing.
Perception, seeing, yeet. I rolled an 11, and I will re-roll that too, actually, because this is one I want to be a good and make it a 12 with 3 stunt points.
12's not bad. I mean, you definitely... So, the murder door that murderer escaped through, that's not very well guarded.
That's the kitchen door, right?
It's a wall door. It's a door through the wall. Near the kitchen.
Yeah, it leads to the pantry, to the kitchen.
Yes. Well, I mean, it leads through the wall and then from the inside of the courtyard. But across the courtyard, yeah, that's where the kitchen is.
Okay, there's a courtyard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it led straight in through a back door, so now I'm seeing what you're saying.
There you go. Yeah, no, there's a lot of... There's open space. You find... I mean, no one's really watching that door. You guys didn't really be like, hey, I think a murderer is using that door. Like, no one said anything, so it's not extra guarded.
Well, at least we'll have access to the murderer door, I think to
I
myself.
feel like that's what I'm going to call it. Yeah, it's the murderer door. Balor, were you saying anything? Because you keep getting cut off or whatever. I want to give you the opportunity.
Which is kind of hilarious, but yes. I wanted to... How much was in... at some point with the dancing, I want to count the coin that we got. So I know how much we got, and then I'd like to take it to the Temple of Vashalia here in Torrance.
How much of it?
I want to give like 90% and save like the last 10% on rations and like incense.
Your
And just
tithes
kind
are
of-
crazy.
We haven't dealt with
90%
money
tithe.
too much here. So, I'm not sure how far a gold goes. I'm going to go look real quick at some stuff. Let's see. You're starting... So, starting money as an upper class person, as the richest you can be, is 100 plus 3d6 silver pieces. So
That's over to a gold.
So that's... Wait, what? Is it 10? Is it 1 to 10?
1 to 10, yeah.
That's easy. It's like the metric system for money.
Whoa, that's complicated.
Complicated.
Better stick to empirical.
Yeah, better stick to the one with 16s and 12s and also 32s and 1s and gallons.
I see.
Ounces.
I did one better. I just don't have a concept of size.
Yeah, you generally say it's about this big.
It's okay. At least I didn't go into engineering.
That's right.
I don't really see like a. Is there there's like a buy section, right? I think I looked at the wrong.
Yeah,
place.
it's kind of like split up into like inventory lists and
found
left
it.
for list. Okay,
Let's
cool.
see. An acid vial only costs 24 silver pieces, so that's like 2 gold.
Oh, one place to look at is 117 can give you some nice benchmarks as to how much a treasure is.
Oh, good.
It's like, I know there's a treasure table. I was trying to picture where it was in the book. I was like,
Oh,
wait,
okay.
That's the Dragon Age book. It's probably in the same spot.
A trifling treasure is a d6 silver pieces. It looks like people get paid in silver. And I kind of did think about how silver would be cool because I like silver.
It's what you usually play with anyway. Like having a gold coin's kind of annoying. It's like carrying $100. It's like, how many things do I need $100 bill for?
All three of you have been booned by
Yeah.
Rune. Thank you, Rune.
Thank you
For your
Rune.
boon.
Rune.
Ah,
About time. No, thank you though.
whoa.
We'll call this, screw it, I'll just call it a middling treasure. So. Ooh, that's not bad. 100 silver pieces.
Dang.
Ooh, nice.
It's pretty good. I feel like a substantial treasure is
Oh.
too much, so yeah.
Yeah. That's quite a bit of silver we're walking
pretty
around with.
good.
That's a good reward. That's why I was thinking of gold. It's like, that's the most I would expect for a map that's drawn by a high elf, you know? It's like, that's... He could go under, but I couldn't possibly charge more than that. Unless it was, like, well-decorated and, like, scented with perfume or something.
And it probably is just because I'm an elf. So what a great thing for Kentucky Waterfall to be holding on to. It's the first map drawn by an elf in the mortal lands in like thousands of years. And we gave it to Kentucky Waterfall so he could build an army of ne'er-do-wells.
Don't worry, he'll probably use it for the privy in a week.
Wouldn't be surprised if he used it to run moonshine.
Kentucky Waterfall doesn't wipe. Yeah.
Ew,
So-
no.
so-
I did not want to know that about his backstory.
That about his backside, you mean? Mhm.
No.
So 90.
That's why his mullet is so long. It just wipes for him.
There you go. See, I kind of did see.
Perfect.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Floss with, he flosses with his, yes, sir. Yep, all the way down. Yep.
Yeah, from the shoulder up, he's blonde. From the shoulder down,
God
he's a brunette.
almighty.
There you go.
I'm having internet connection issues. Oh no.
Joke.
No.
Poop.
Oh,
Joke.
there's an earthquake. I'm dying.
That's funny. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and give them like 80 coins, 85 coins to the church. Save the rest for stuff that I need.
Yeah, so it's 90 and then 10, right? That's what you want to do?
Yeah, sure.
Because
That sounds
you
good.
said 90% percent to the church?
Just simple math. Yeah, sounds great. Yeah, we'll do the whole 90 and then I'll just save the little pocket change. It's enough for food and lodging and stuff.
Yeah, it's not bad. All right, so you go give a fat sack of coins to Washalia.
Mm-hmm.
They will thank you in the appropriate manner. They'll sprinkle you with cents as you leave. But yeah,
Sounds dope.
so you guys have spent your payment. Mostly given a map to a criminal, danced and made a child cry. The festivities will start to kick up a bit. The sun will start to go down a little bit, but before it does, there is a tournament. It's not the biggest tournament. It's mostly just on foot combat. There are some one-on-one bouts, and then there is like a melee that happens.
Any archery contests?
Yeah, sure, there can be an archery contest.
I don't know why I asked that. I can't use arrows. Never mind.
They're not gonna let you shoot a gun at it. There is no gun contest.
Let's go a little more north for that. Usually it's south, but it's Fantasyland. You have to go north for them.
Yeah.
Right.
What happens if you win the melee?
It's mostly bragging rights, but there's also like a prize cup, like a purse, money.
Would you like to enter the melee, Hanasa? I believe I could assist you with my invisibility spell. If you just wait in the corner until everyone's done and then walk out and bash the last one over the head, then you shall come out the winner.
Sounds a bit like cheating at a melee, though. I'm not sure I'm keen on that. I mean, you might want to try. And Hernest looks over at Lawrence, wherever he is, and notices he's probably pickled, drunk. And it's like, and it looks back. Never mind.
He is very, very drunk.
Probably singing very loudly.
He is.
Mount.
If everyone had a high elf illusionist friend, then everyone would cast invisibility. I don't think about it as cheating so much as your advantage for having friends.
I am fine. Thank you for your generous offer.
Well, I don't want to go in there because I'll get my head bashed in, even if I'm invisible.
Yes, you will. Would.
So you're not gonna try to cheat at the melee?
No. I'm not, anyway.
It's good. I'm pretty sure someone would notice if you did what he. Hey, there wasn't an orc here.
Yeah, there was. He signed in and he walked in and checked in and everything. He just hid really well.
I just lay. The ground's green. I'm green. I just laid down.
Here you go.
Camouflage. Orcish word for hiding really well. But no, I mean, Hernest will watch the melee because it's being very disappointed that no one's being killed because this isn't an orcish challenge of might or anything. So it's like, oh, they don't kill each other. Well, that's I mean, I don't see what the point is of this, but all right, sure.
Yeah, I
Getting
mean,
your fighting practice in.
you do see some good fighters. They come from all over. Most of them are from here, but there are some from the kingdom. There are some from some of the islands that you guys visited. There are a few dwarves partake, which you haven't really seen many dwarves in your travels. No elves, no orcs. It's all human, but like 2 dwarves. But yeah, so at the end of the melee, they crown a champion. We'll say it's an older man, about 40, past his prime, a gray-haired veteran from the kingdom. And he'll be awarded the champion's purse. Shortly after this, the music will play, the fireworks will begin. And there is cheering. There is an announcement during all of this. It's Gandolfo Duro that gives it. None of the parties that I'm about to mention are present for this announcement, but King Greystone has been engaged to the princess. That is the news. He'll say it. There's mixed reactions to the crowd, but it seems that King Greystone's intention here was to get a wife. Which is why he came over at such short notice without really any permission, and demanded the princess's hand. After that, the fireworks will go off. You do notice a mixed reaction from the crowd. Some of them are like, that's exciting. Some of them are less enthused.
Because that means the 2 crowns will be united under one family.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yay.
It does mean that. So... Oh, go ahead, Aaron.
No, I'm just kind of...
Oh, she's almost back. There she is.
No?
What were you saying? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. I was trying to say something that didn't happen. Let's just move forward.
Okay. I'm trying. All right. But yeah, the night will begin to wind down. Do you guys get drunk or anything, or party, or?
I'm paranoid this whole night in this castle with these inquisitors. So
They are around.
yeah, no, I don't sleep well. In fact, I may not sleep. I may just go walking throughout the night every couple hours to make sure that everything's still intact.
Vitali's condition gets worse in the night. He breaks a fever. They think he's dying, but they're not really sure what to do about it. You do see, like, his door is open, and there are people, like, standing in the doorway. People are, like, looking at him, that kind of stuff.
Definitely gonna go in there and see if I can offer any help.
Yeah, you can pop.
him.
You can pop some healing on him. What kind of healing you got? You got anything that does, like, statuses or anything?
That gives
some good
people
heals.
nightmares back.
I'll see what I can do. Let's see here. I know. Let's see. There's antidote, which can clear the effects of a toxin. There's cure, which can clear the effects of a disease. At the GM's discretion, certain exotic, unusual, or magical diseases maybe have a higher target. Let's see. We're gonna try them all. Let's start with the cure.
That the disease
And-
one?
That's the disease one. We're just gonna. If that doesn't work, we'll try the next one in the book.
When you do it, oh, hey, it worked. Yeah, when you do the cure, a lot of his hair falls out, like his body hair. It's really weird.
Like when I cast the magic on him.
Yeah, like a bunch of his body hair falls off. Not all of it, just a lot of it. He was really hairy. He was a really hairy guy, and now he's just like normally hairy.
Ooh, I'm gonna use I'm gonna use those stunt points for something here. I think we want to do a little. Want to catch one of these role playing ones that.
Yeah. I have them open too.
To make it.
Let's see. Role-playing stunts. Oh, she froze again. It's okay. She'll be back. I've been there. Yeah, what was it, last week my internet didn't work?
Mm-hmm. The week before.
And the week before it was all janky, yeah. Hi, Aaron. Well, which stunt you going with?
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say sway the crowd in stunned silence. To kind of just make the impression like this happened, and everyone's like, you know, even Balora's kind of like, oh shoot, I hope this is like a good thing. But also, I don't want to take any extra turn or do anything extra special here. I just wanted this to be like, for the reputation.
No, that's fair. Oh, I mean, his fever will subside a bit, and he will start to breathe easier. I mean, your healing touch definitely works.
Before you go too far from this scene, if Jahan would allow it, and if you would be interested, you had 5 stunt points. If the spell stunt, you could disrupt magic, which allows you to disrupt an additional magic effect on the target.
I see.
You may be able to break whatever's hold on him with your 5 extra spell points. You may feel that possibility coursing through you for the first time. I know we don't mess with spell stunts a lot.
I hadn't considered that, actually. I like the idea, if the GM likes it.
You have to roll for it.
Yes, it gives you the ability to roll against it, which is totally
intelligence power arcana versus the spell power of any one effect on the target.
Probably a good thing for you as a mage. Intelligence is probably pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's
not great.
It's not my main mage stat, but it's good.
Let's crank on it.
I beg your pardon.
It is.
Gotta crank out a spell. What's wrong? Yeah, see, Gary knows what's up, you dirty-minded Canadian. Oh, double click.
Use the first one.
Use the first one, yeah. 50.
Well, I guess I noticed it was an 8, but I clicked it and I wasn't sure it went through, so I clicked again, and then now they're all coming through.
It's all good.
My argument.
Yeah, the disrupt magic. Yeah, his fever breaks. He stops panting in his sleep, and he begins to rest much more peacefully.
Because he's gonna die.
Take a
Cured
deep
him
breath.
of life.
He seems okay.
Cure him of life. Yeah, I'd say
Life is the greatest disease. So
It finds a way.
he's lucky. It does. He's lucky that Rochelle has gazed upon him. And I say to his people, please, if it gets worse or changes, let me know.
thank you, milady. Thank you.
Of course. And then I leave.
Okay. Oh snap. Hey, thanks for the cheer, Lethloth.
Oh, yeah,
It's been a minute. How you doing?
it has
That's
been a
fine.
minute.
Thank you for the cheer.
What up, Misha?
What up? What?
saying what's up.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So you're walking around, right, Solon? 'Cause you can't sleep.
Shh. Call me lady. Yes.
Okay. Where do you go?
Um,
It can matter.
so I walk around and, I notice the hustle and bustle in Vitali's room, that he's dying throughout the night. And then realize that Balor at some point goes in, and I'm like, oh, cool, he's probably not going to die tonight. So I walk away for a while Balor is doing the Balor thing. I probably go to a different side of the castle. Let's say maybe towards like the front gate, maybe close to the gatehouse where I could get a good view on the town.
Yeah, you can walk. You can stand on top of the gatehouse and look out onto the town. There are still people. I mean, there's still people milling about. The gates are still open. There are still people partying in the walls. There are people. You can see a party going on in town. There's like a small fire somewhere out there. It looks like it's under control, but yeah, you can see the town. You can also see the fleet of ships that the king took to get here.
Oh man, we love blowing up ships. It is.
We have a little pattern.
It is the 5th of November. We've already discussed this at the beginning of the session.
I mean, I could get another gun.
Man, I guess I'm not the guy who should decide to blow up these boats, but boy do I wish I was the character who would decide to blow up these boats. But that's not who I'm playing this time around.
I did figure out whose were, or like whose boats they were, I mean.
The kings. The King Greystone.
Okay, cool. Perfect.
And
we
the
just have to-
Inquisitors. The Inquisitors have their ships here too.
Which are all stolen ships.
They're all
basically.
commandeered, yeah.
Yeah, I'll just look at that. I'll just take all that in. I'll just look at the bad guys' fleet for a while and how it's in this port right now where we are, and I'll just soak that in.
Yeah, from up here, you get a bit of the salt from the sea. You get the smell of the forest, and a lot of gunpowder. There's a lot of gunpowder smell from the fireworks, I imagine. And, there's still the roasting of meats, and maybe some thrown up alcohol nearby.
Ugh. Puke, gunpowder, and liquor.
Yeah.
Sounds like a festival.
Yeah, it smells like Bourbon Street on the 4th of July.
On your way, as you're walking around, though, you do get the distinct feeling that you're being watched.
Well, you all are awfully pretty, so you're probably used to that.
Mm-hmm. True. Yeah, so then I do my little turn on the catwalk. Yeah, I do my little turn on the catwalk. Yeah, I figured we would be watched, and yeah, I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna take a look around and see if I can figure out who's watching me.
Let's
whether
see.
this is a good or bad kind of watch. I rolled a 13 with my looking balls to look. I do have dark vision, so it's not minus anything, but it's not plus either.
Yeah.
You look around while you're on top of the wall. You're kind of heading towards the stairs now. You're kind of leaving. Looking around, you don't see anybody, but you feel like you're being watched. You get that feeling. You don't see anyone, though.
I'm gonna go to the stables. That's a spot that I feel like is relatively safe. I sort of trust that guy. Emilio at the stables. I'm gonna try to lose whoever's watching me, and I'm gonna duck into the stables and see if I can hunker down in here for a while. I could probably catch like a 20-minute nap in here and feel a little bit better.
As you go to the stables, you do see Emilio there. He's kind of sitting with the horses. They seem a bit uneasy. Oh, hey, Solon, how's it going?
It's a strange evening here. There's something strange about the wind. It seems like the horses feel it too.
No, they're just spooked on account of the fireworks.
Yes, I'm sure it's only the fireworks. Do you mind if I hide inside your stable for a minute? I'm afraid I might be being followed.
He'll look past you. I'll say anything, but sure, man.
Well, if you see someone whistle and call for one of your horses, like Chestnut or something, some kind of code word, can you do that?
If I see somebody?
If someone comes sniffing around looking for me.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. I'll go hide over there behind that haystack.
Yeah, you do you, man.
If you were going to nap in here, where would you nap, actually?
I nap up there, and he'll point at, like, the hayloft.
Yes, that's where I'll nap.
So itchy.
Yes, that looks great. I love how itchy the hay is here.
You know, I've never been much of a fan.
I go up the ladder into the loft, and I'll reposition some hay bales to, like, a little 3-stack. You know, where there's 2 and there's 1 on top of it. I'm behind and underneath the hay bales, so it just looks like a stack. Looks like a solid stack, and I got a little sleeping area back there. A little hay bale igloo, if you will.
While you're up there sleeping, you definitely feel eyes upon you. You hear creaking wood. Like you're on a ship. You just sit there and hunker down?
Yeah, this is probably where I'm going to catch some sleep.
Okay. Eventually, you hear... It's weird. You hear wood creak like somebody's walking out of the loft. But you don't see anybody. Like... But you definitely hear like the creaking go in a direction.
I'm going to try to peek out between the little hay bales, see if I can get a little eye of what's going on out there.
Yeah, go ahead, see, check again. Yeah, you try again.
Peek my little eyeball out. I've rolled a 10. I will re-roll that 1 with the rune boon.
I'll save you the rude boon.
Okay.
Don't bother.
Not going to be able to see it.
Nah, you're really far off the mark.
Oh boy. Oh boy. All right. So I just hear something moving in the darkness, and I don't see it, and that's where I'm looking at nothing.
Don't worry, you hear it so clearly.
What are you doing, Hernas?
Probably gonna go, especially with the amount of people from abroad. I'm gonna find someone who might, especially some of the fire people, see if anyone's selling shot and powder. Since I'm now enriched a bit to buy some.
Yeah, there are definitely people selling stuff here.
You know, buy myself 20 shots. I'll reload myself.
Gary's been booned. But Aaron's dead.
Hey, thanks, Dungeon Mr. Ty, for the boon.
And then I am going to, during the night, especially since once I know Balor is in the castle and relatively safe, like if the Inquisitor are going to try something, doing in the confines of the castle wall seems like a terrible idea in my mind. But buy some shots, walk about, basically trying to... enjoying the party a little bit, not getting very drunk because I'm expecting to fight sometime tonight, possibly. But still, like, stopping every so often to kind of enjoy a stall, watch something. But I'll be also looking for anyone who knows... I'll be asking around for anyone who knows an armor. A black powder armor, to be specific.
Like a gunsmith?
Yeah. Especially anyone from the north, which is where I imagine the guns are the nicer guns are made.
There is a gunsmith here.
Ooh.
What's your business with this gunsmith?
I am trying to find out if there is a way that, if he knows of any, basically I'm picking his brain to see if he knows of any better guns. And also, narratively speaking, and this also explains why Hernas gets better at his guns, because he's kind of talking to him about, like, hey, I'm doing this with my gun. Do you have any suggestions? Should I be buying different oil? You know, talking shop, trying to learn more about muskets from this guy. But also if he has anything special that he would be able to sell, which the only thing nicer than what I have is stuff that's in the companion, and that's when you're talking about revolvers, repeating rifles, like very advanced stuff for this period. Because arquebus, even an arquebus is pretty advanced, is for in most firearms for medieval eras.
So I had to come up with this guy real quick because he's like a guy. Yeah. So one of the dwarves that I mentioned that was here earlier actually is a gunsmith. You're able to find that out. He doesn't have a stall here. He's kind of just visiting, but he does have a wagon. And if you ask around, you're able to find him. He's sitting there. Kind of like near where people are partying, but he's just sort of sitting on the back of his wagon drinking his own beer and like watching people.
I'm gonna try a contacts check to see if I doubt I've met this guy at all, but we might have a mutual connection.
Yeah, I was wondering if you're gonna roll for this one. Yeah, this is a good one to roll for.
About time I rolled nice on that. God damn.
You've heard of him. You know him in passing. His name is Ozzum, Ozzim, Emberheart. Ozzum Emberheart. And he's not a legendary gunsmith, but he is a noteworthy one. Somewhat famous dwarven craftsman. And then, Solon, as you're looking out of the wood to see who's following you, I'll say you see Hernas walk by, just because. It's fun. It's fun to happen.
So, Hernasa!
Hmm?
And you see, like, my head peek up real slow from the top of the stable windows.
A rifle is pointed at you, and then there's a half second of, oh, it's you, and then I lower it. Like, in a flash of motion, it's like, load, click, and aim, and it's like, oh. And then unclick. And
Were you followed?
I look around. Not lately.
Come up here.
Are you drunk?
No, I'm up the ladder, though, inside the loft.
Yeah, I noticed.
You can see, so like he's up here in the window, like talking to you, and Medio is like right here on the ground level next to the horses, and he's just like looking up, and then like looking at you, and then looking up, and just watching you guys go back and forth. It's like, yeah, you guys are real good at hiding.
I'll look at Medio and go, do you know what this is about?
I don't know. He got the willies.
Freaking. Stay right there. I'll be up in a moment.
Be careful. There might be something up here.
Yes, you're up there. I'll walk over. Climb the ladder resignedly, being mildly annoyed. I can talk to the dwarf some more.
Hey, if you guys are gonna have a party up there, you're gonna have to pay for the room. You know what I mean?
I'll hit you. Oh,
I'm just a little boy.
Yeah.
Just a little baby boy. What do you guys do?
In your skin.
What are you guys doing up there?
I don't know. Pay for my OnlyFans and find out. No. I climb up the ladder. Just Hernas looks visibly irritated, but he kind of just folds his arms and goes, "What is it?
Is there anything out there on the ledge?" And I'll push over a hay bale now and come out from behind the stack of hay bales.
Poof! I'll look around, just humoring him out of sheer like, I don't know, is there something here?
You'll see a guard looking up there now that there was like a huge boom, and Emilio's just gonna wave at him and be like, "Hey." The guard will go away.
Yes, there was a guard. He was well hidden. I flushed him out and everything.
No. You know I'm not one to spook easily. There's something dark afoot. Something watching us here. Something sinister at work.
Like one of yours?
I was hoping that it might be the Nightmare Eater. But I was also dreading it might be the Nightmare Eater. You see, in the shadows I heard something creaking in the woods, something approaching, twisting, scratching. I believe something is following us.
Just hold your breath for a moment. I kind of hold, and Hernaz holds his breath, and he listens, and they close there. Any noise that he shouldn't be hearing, like anyone hiding or someone who's standing very still and kind of scuffling their feet around or anything like that.
You can hear the horses. They're uneasy. They're sort of whinnying and pawing at the ground, and Emilio's tending to them. It seems like he's going to stay here all night. You hear people talking outside. Some like, yeah, that kind of stuff. Then like there's like a quiet moment where you can hear the wind. But nothing else.
I'll open my eyes and kind of tap and make sure, tap you on the shoulder to let you know, and I take a breath. I don't hear anything.
Yes,
whatever was here must have left, or it's staying incredibly still.
Well, I'm sorry if I seem out of sorts or terrified, but I still believe there's something sinister at work, though I have no proof. I will stay alert.
A tip for you, and you believe you're being hunted. Cornering yourself in a place like this would make you very easy to be assassinated. With no witnesses and a place to hide your body.
Yes, I also realized how very flammable this cover was.
I was going to point that out. I'm glad you realized.
Emilio's going to shout up there, "Fine, I won't nap up there anymore. Jeez. You guys ruin everything."
It's a great place to nap if you want to be assassinated and burned to death.
That's so I hear.
Oh, you'll be fine. Not like it was assassinated stable boy over anything. And you don't use fire much.
Oh, what? Emilio's not good enough to be assassinated?
Hey.
All right. I see how it is.
I'll climb down.
That's pretty low, Hanasa. Emilio, I think you're important enough to be murdered.
Thank
I also
you.
climb down.
Thank you. Thank you. You know what? Right back at you, Slowen.
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
Do you want me to grab you anything since you're not going to be able to leave for a while?
I think I'll be all right. I appreciate it, though. He does appreciate the sentiment, but he's okay. There's been, like, wandering vendors and stuff all night, so he's been able to grab stuff. Balor,
Right then.
what do you do after you fix Homeboy?
Assassinate Homeboy.
Yeah.
The beauty of assassination.
No.
Yeah, look me in the eyes.
Watch this, everybody.
Well, I burn him down and assassinate.
Yeah, the corrupted side of the worshippers of Wasalia are the ones that see the beauty of death and seek to
Eating
create
the blood. Yeah.
Why do you think they get the rope so red?
Oh no!
We are the artists who paint with blood.
I love when her face freezes, like, cause like sometimes she looks normal and sometimes she's making a face, and it's really fun. Hey, you're back.
I get that.
Every now and again, you're like,
Yeah.
but sometimes you're like,
totally.
you know, it's just really funny.
Glad to entertain.
Sorry.
Yeah, so I pick up some incense and because I used a bunch the other day, and actually find a quiet spot that kind of overlooks the festivities, and I'm just chilling over there, where I have like a little candle lit, and sort of it's a mixture of worshiping Washalia and also kind of looking at this life that she is not supposed to have, with a degree of repressed envy.
You're doing this in your room?
No, I'm like outside somewhere.
Okay. So you're doing like a little altar situation, little prayer.
Sort of, yeah.
We'll say you catch a glimpse of the princess walking around.
I'll catch up to her.
She seems upset when you catch up to her. She looks like she's
Princess.
crying. Oh. Hi, Balor.
Hello. I would congratulate you, but seems like maybe that's not appropriate. How are you doing?
I mean, I'm not particularly happy, but I guess we all have to do our duty. She says, kind of resigned to her fate. It's not like I can turn down a proposal from a king.
Yes, I hear those are particularly swaying. But there's nothing that can be done unless you say that while it's quite beautiful, is something I have a difficulty understanding.
Say some of that again.
I just is with her, and I say the matters of, or these kinds of matters, they're beyond my understanding, really. As beautiful as the procession.
Ah, okay. I understand. Weddings are beautiful, but the marriages aren't always. Okay. Poor Aaron. Is that what it was like on your side 2 weeks ago? Yeah. Hey, Toyzilla Network, welcome. But yeah, I got the gist of it. So you're saying that weddings are beautiful,
cool.
but marriages aren't always kind of thing?
Sort of, and just sort of like commenting on the...
Yo. Dang. It's getting spicy. It's spiking more. But yeah, so she's definitely been crying. She seems upset. But she is walking around with you now. We're gonna pop back over to you two clowns. You're gonna go talk to the gunsmith, right?
Yep.
All right.
I shall accompany you in case the beast tries to lurk behind you.
Excellent. Yeah, just like I described earlier, he is sitting on the back of his wagon, drinking from his own private keg. Hi, Alex is my name. I assume your name's Alex.
Yeah, that's Alex.
Like,
Welcome.
it's Elise's name.
Their name.
Their name, yeah, it's true.
Name. It's true. It's a good point.
It does work so well when it's not your scene, yeah. I'm sorry, Balor. But yeah, so he's sitting there. Yeah, he watches the two of you approach.
All's a member heart.
Aye.
I'm Hernas.
I've heard of you. The Orcish Arquebusier. There aren't that many of you.
I know of none that I don't know any of the Gami that use black powder. It is not an honored weapon yet.
Yes, but there are those of your kind that are not of your tribes.
And I forgive them for being from inferior tribes. It is not their fault. I grin at that.
Aye. What can I help you with?
Well, I present him the. I present him the arquebus.
It's.
I'd like you to.
Okay, I suppose.
Hmm?
It's an okay arquebus.
Well, I found it in our lands and learned my way of it, but I've been seeking ways to improve it and try to speed its use and its effectiveness. But the tribes don't exactly sing the songs of the black powder or the smithing therein, and people of the islands don't seem to know much about black powder either.
No, they certainly use them enough around here on their ships, but they don't know much about them. You are right. This seems to be of human make, which explains a lot about the craftsmanship.
A lot of the leather straps I've pulled onto it, those are ones I've added to try to add a better grip and make it easier to get off my back and load. And then he goes into more technical, like pointing out stuff, because this gun he can load this gun way faster than any other arquebus right now.
He'll look at it and he'll nod like approval of some of your improvements. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. And you just want to talk to him about guns, or did you want something?
Well, I was hoping to ask of you one of two things. One, where you think I may be able to learn. I can read well enough, so I've been trying to speak with scholars and look up books on gunsmithing and black powder to master it. The greatest legends of the Orcish tribes have been masters not only of the field, but in the maintenance and finding the greatest smiths. So...
give me a communication check. Let me see how well you speak. 13's not bad. I'm going to give you a little bit of a boost here because you guys kind of know each other. A little familiarity bonus. He'll put his drink down on the back of his wagon. He'll sort of like hop up and like retreat into his wagon. You'll hear him shuffle through some stuff. And he'll come back with a book. Thanks for the follow, Alex.
Thank you.
It's dope.
It is dope.
It's dope. Yeah, thank you. Now you can use all the fun. You can use the follower emotes because we have those now.
Whoa, snap.
Oh, Aaron was already showing them off. Look at that.
Oh, snap.
Damn, there they are.
Yeah,
in their
Green
glory.
Ronin said we can use their thing, which is pretty cool. But yeah, he'll return with a small book. I of course can't give away the dwarfish secrets so easily, but I do have this book that I got from the human lands. If you care to familiarize yourself with the text.
I know that the word of a high elf doesn't mean much to you. However, this orc is not of Orcish tribe. He is much more kin to the dwarves. And I'll say all of that in Dwarven because I speak Dwarven.
Oh, I can't respond. Damn it.
He'll sort of narrow his eyes at you a bit. Huh. He'll respond in Dwarvish. He'll respond in Dwarvish. Well, I mean, be that as it may, we're not really allowed to share our secrets upon fear of exile, so...
Perhaps you could allow us to take a peek, but not take the book. For the information I could jot down on one page might just be enough to sate my friend's thirst.
He'll look around. And the whole time he's kind of been half smiling. And he'll say, come on, in Dwarfish. And he'll gesture to his wagon.
Vanessa, just wait here one moment.
I shrug and kind of like right there, and then just start thumbing through the book, like, oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah, there you go, Alex. Yeah, using the emotes. Woo!
Yeah.
But yeah, so once you go in, it's not like it is dwarf size, so you have to crouch. But he can walk around just fine, like it's a trailer. He has all kinds of stuff. He has a little workbench set up. Everything's like strapped down for travel. But you can see that he's already undone some of it because he's been using stuff. He has like a little library with each shelf has a little strap going across it. There is a hammock that's not set up, but it's hanging like by one hook, but it looks like you can move it over to another to sleep. That kind of thing. It's pretty organized, but it's definitely a lived-in place. It seems like he might live on the road. Well, I guess I can let you peek at this one. And he'll grab one of his books, a thicker volume, with chain and metal in the binding, and he'll plop it open on a reading desk.
If my friend wanted to build a gun more efficient than the one he has, what page should I start at?
He'll open it to a page. Well, the most important part about a gun is its firing mechanism.
True.
All right, I'm going to take as many engineering notes as I can.
Give me an intelligence check.
Intelligence check.
That's all
Slap
this is.
that.
Yep. It's Smarty Boy time.
Oh no, I'm re-rolling that one. Oh boy, a 9 with 2 stunt points is really good. I don't think I have another stunt point. I believed I've used them all.
I also believe you used them all.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll jot down some notes. They won't be completely useless.
Damn.
But you definitely don't capture the secret of the Ember Hearts. And the dwarf will notice you kind of struggling to understand. It's like, well, I'll tell you what, if you can ever... I am heading back to my homeland for a spell. If you find yourself in the area, perhaps we could talk more.
We would absolutely love to visit your kingdoms. Please, could you mark it on a map for me here? Most of these humans seem not to have detailed maps of the subterranean.
He'll point to it. It's on the map. He's from one of the bigger places. Emberkeep in the northeast.
And what was your name again, fair dwarf?
Awesome Emberheart is my name.
From Ember Keep.
From Emberkeep, yes.
Do you have any relation to the royalty of Ember Keep?
I mean, we all do in some way, but no, nothing very direct. I am far from the throne, if that is what you ask.
Yes, I find myself interested in heraldries and families and lineages. I've studied them for a long time in my realm. You see, our histories are rich and detailed, so learning about other cultures' histories to me is something I find riveting.
Well, if you ever come visit, we can discuss it more, but I am the tragedy that would have to befall my people in order for me to take the throne would make me an ill fit to it. So...
Well, let us hope that nothing happens to your family, nothing ill befalls them.
Now he'll knock on some wood.
Peace be with you, dwarf.
Alaikum salam.
I come over, I'll step out and give Hanasa this piece of paper that has all of these notes that are half elven and half dwarven scribbled. There's mechanics that don't quite make sense, like right angles with some figures and some numbers, something about a trigger being really important, and then the firing mechanism second important to the trigger. There's some stuff on there. You could probably make one of those rubber band guns.
I'll open up the human book that I have and kind of slip it into it with the cover and the pages to kind of sandwich it with the rest of it.
I hope some of those dwarven, elven notes will help you shape your weapon into something unique and incredible.
What exactly did you just hand me? It looks like I think it's a tracker mechanism.
You see, he let me take a peek at one of the dwarven tomes of blacksmithing and weapon creation. So I jotted down all the notes I could from a 500-page tome. They're on that one page. So hopefully you can make sense of that. Just like imagine it broken into 500 pieces, sort of.
It's very detailed.
The two of you head back inside. Balor, you were speaking with the princess. We got cut off a bit. But you console her.
Yes.
You respect her for doing her duty, but you sympathize.
Mm-hmm.
If I picked up on what you were saying well enough.
Pretty much, yeah. There's a comment in there about like not understanding why it has to be like this entirely, but also like, all right.
She'll agree.
Anyway.
She'll agree with that sentiment. She'll continue on down the hallway. She goes towards the throne room. Where do you go?
She goes toward the throne room. There's still stuff going on over there.
Not really. The castle is pretty dead at this point.
Okay.
It's a little
Gotcha.
later in the night.
Her chambers are that way, right?
No, her chambers
no?
are up the stairs. She would have to. So when she goes to the end of the hallway that you're in, to the right or where the stairs would be to go to her room, she goes left towards the throne room.
I'm gonna like follow and just kind of see what's up, like what she's going to the throne room for, but a little bit on the down low.
As you kind of follow her, she'll look back at you, but she'll continue on, and then you'll hear your two friends enter that same hallway from the other direction. You two clowns enter.
I'm not a clown, I'm an orc. Get it right.
I'm on a unicycle, I honk my nose.
I turn my head when they do, like, they catch my attention. I'm gonna look back toward where the princess went and then go to, like, catch up with them, meet up them.
You hear the doors of the throne room open as she goes inside.
All's well?
I'm glad to see you in one piece. I was worried a shadow beast set upon you, maimed you and mutilated you in two.
Yes, and waterfalls eat children, we know.
Sounds like you two have been up to something interesting. Either way, the princess was, we just had a conversation, but she's headed to the throne room now. I was a little bit concerned because of the way things are and how we left them, we went down to the bandit camp. I kind of looked back toward the throne room. Do you want to... Should we follow her? Or just do our own canvassing before we decide what's next?
The problem is our quarry, we don't know his next target, really. It's hard to counter against it. And most of the guards, the guards are on their toes. They're not blinkered, but we have a lot of moving around. It's hard to keep track of anything.
You don't really see any guards right
True.
now.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like outside.
Actually, there were no guards.
Within the castle?
I'm gonna start.
You don't see anybody. You three are the only ones in the hallway.
No guards. Yeah, when you mention the guards, and then all just clicks all of a sudden. I did say she went this way. And I want to like turn to follow.
Yeah, that seems
she should
wise.
be out without guards.
Perhaps I could give us a boost. Vassel al-Hazir. I cast invisibility on myself, and I didn't roll any stun points, so I can't twin it, but I can just keep casting it and burning MP, so I'll also cast it and on Balor, and then I'm gonna go one more, and I also succeeded and cast it on Harnassa. So we are all invisible, and if you make an attack or anything, you become visible, but then you go invisible again at the start of your next turn.
How many power points did you spend?
24.
All right. It's a lot of magic.
Of my 35, so this should carry us through it does carry us through the scene, through the encounter, so feeling good about it.
Would have been nice to get a couple of sub points to make that cheaper, but oh well.
Yeah,
Nice.
no kidding.
And then you enter the throne room.
11.
No.
You enter the throne room. The doors creak as you make room for yourselves. It is, I'll describe it again, a large room, just wide. It goes all the way back to where the dais is. Vaulted ceilings that meet at a point. Lots of windows. The only light in here right now is the waning moonlight coming in through the stained glass windows, kind of casting a strange mix of colors on the room. Ahead of you, you can see to the right the pile of gifts and the stone and wood bench. And in front of you, you see the princess laying on the floor on one of the carpet runners that leads to the dais. She's like collapsed.
Yeah, I'm gonna rush over there.
I'm gonna be looking
do the
around.
Balor thing.
While Balor's doing that, Hernat's gonna be looking around for what may have caused her to collapse, like presuming a shooter or an archer or something like that.
You do not see anyone. Seems that she's the only one in here. Balor, you run up to her. Do you cast a spell or anything?
Does she look injured?
It's hard to tell. She is just unconscious.
Yeah, we'll go ahead. We'll go ahead and we'll just do a healing touch.
When you
With
roll her
that-
over, it does look like she was struck.
Oh yeah. Oh no. Okay, so yeah, we'll do the healing touch still. And that's gonna do 2d6.
Since it's not an attack spell, it does not make you appear. Only attack spells make you appear.
Okay. Well, in terms of hit points, she recovers 13.
She'll come to. She'll start to sit up a little bit. What happened? And she'll be looking around, confused.
Because can't see us.
I'll say from the invisibility-ness, princess me, and now I'll do a light with my arcane mantle, actually, which displays a shimmering aura.
Okay, so you can so you say it's me, princess, and she can kind of see you shimmer with magic.
Yes.
As that's happening, you'll hear the echoing sound of female giggling coming from around you.
Oh, jeez. Hold on, let me double check. All right, I need to see if the mantle thing, if I can make it go away. Doesn't specify. So when I hear the giggling, I'll just like disappear again.
You'll keep hearing the giggling. I'll let you notice, Solwyn, the women carved into the bench are missing.
Neat. From that big pile of treasure earlier.
Yeah, you'll notice. You'll be the one to notice.
You know what else I'm gonna do? Grab my 100 coins back off this pile.
That's fine.
Now that there's no one here, everyone saw me donate my purse to the king.
As you
Now
pick
I'm
up the
taking it.
coins and the coins start to float in the air, you'll see a woman's face emerge from the stone wall. And she'll begin to laugh. But then a second head will appear attached to her neck. This one made of wood. And they'll both start to giggle. And that's where we're going to take our break. Thank you everyone for watching. Thanks for all the likes, follows, subscriptions, and raids. It's been good times, good night. And we'll see you all here in like a loose 5.
Fresh out the box. Fresh out the box. Fresh out the box.
Hey there, everyone! Welcome to Fresh Out the Box. We're back, and I'm Jahan, and it matters to someone.
It's me, Casualty CDG, co-host of Fresh Out the Box, Fresh Out the Box, and also Fresh Out the Podcast, which is our podcast. Jahan and I and our friend Drew talk about movies, streaming shows, and video games. So if you like those things, check out our podcast. That's Fresh Out the Podcast, available where all podcasts are available at the podcast store. Today's Thursday, so we'll be playing Fantasy Age. We always play an Age game on Thursdays, and I'll be reprising my role as Solwyn, the High Elf Illusionist.
And I'm AD Stringer, also known as Corbinian, a variety video game and tabletop roleplay game Twitch streamer, and I am reprising my role as Harnasa, the Orcish Arquebusier.
And it's me still, Aaron Bamier, known out there as Aaron Dippity Doo, game designer and frequent gamer, back as Balor Cressings.
More like Dippity don't. No, I'm just kidding.
Aww.
It was just right there.
Wow.
Holy crap, that's messed up, Jahan.
Whatever. You know what? I like you guys, so deal with it.
Only if you like DC,
More
then
like-
they'll accept it.
More like Jahoff instead of Jahan. You know what I
Ooh,
mean?
Adam.
Never thought of it that way. I got jokes to add to that, but I don't want to. They're like really, really lowbrow, and I'm like,
Yeah, don't
I'm
do
out
it.
on
Yeah,
I'm out on it.
yeah. Don't do it.
So the
You're slightly above that.
slightly. The two faces emerge from the wall, followed by the rest of the upper bodies of two women that seem to be intertwined. One made of stone, one made of wood. And they're laughing. There is a twistedness to their beauty, a darkness in their stone and wood.
Well, it is dark in here, so.
Yeah, but it seems super. Yeah, they're gonna sink back into the stone. Go ahead and what are you doing? I'll let Soul One go first.
I'm gonna put this gold in my pocket on my person, so it's not just a floating bag anymore.
Got your bag.
And man, I really think I'm just gonna stand here in fear, try not to move, and hope they don't see invisible creatures. I'm gonna try to slip back out soon, methinks.
Man, I have to look to see if they do. You fuck.
Boon, boon, boon. Ah, I got boon, boon, boon. That's 2 boons in a row.
Oh, man.
That means
Welcome, man.
next time I can boon Dunkaroony. Right? No. I only have 1 now. That's okay. I'm glad to have 1. Thank you, Van.
Sure. Thank you.
I'm trying to see what they can do to you.
Probably nothing, really. They're probably cool.
You are invisible. That is rather irritating, but it's okay.
I'm an illusion wizard, man. I don't do a lot of damage, but we can hide.
That's fair. So you're hiding. You're just sitting there. Hernas, what are you doing with your face?
I'm making faces now. So was that visible that they were coming out of the wall from my position? Kind of hanging back, watching the room and stuff like that.
Yeah, you saw it.
Okay. I'll move away from the wall a little bit, very slowly and carefully. Like when it popped its face out, I swung my rifle over to aim, and then waited to see what would happen. And then when it sinks back in, it's like, okay, that was creepy. I don't hear a whole lot of movement from my friends, so I'm gonna away from too. Just kind of.
Yeah, no one knows what's going on. It's kind of interesting. Gary, will you link me the invisibility in the chat, like you do from time to time?
Yes, I will.
It's called the I win button.
Magic
Words are
invisibility.
important right now.
Boom, boom. Keep in mind I did cast it 3 times, so that's why it's on all 3 of us.
Oh, they can still sense you.
We still make noise. We still smell.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing we're not is visible. That's why I was being so careful to move slowly, because that's the thing you have to be worried about.
Okay. So if you want to attack, you have to become visible. But
Yes.
all right. I just wanted to know how the rules worked for this. Your name is wrong on screen. Whose name? My name?
No, that's my thingamabob. My
Oh yeah, it's his Twitter handle. Yeah.
yeah, that's my Twitter handle.
I put everyone's Twitter handles up. And I amended Aaron's because you took out one of the Y's.
I did. I was like, you know what? It's serendipity with 1 Y now. It's easier that way.
Fewer questions that way.
That's right.
You get
That's
it?
Why?
Yeah. I'm funny. All right. So, Aaron, it's your turn. It's
No, you're
Balor's
John.
turn.
Okay, so
You can't see either of your friends. You don't know what they're doing, but you haven't heard anything.
I'm going to reach for the princess's hand and put in it the chakram. My chakram.
Okay.
Nothing.
Real hard.
Chakram.
Yep. All of a sudden, and then I say, "Hang on to this," and I keep it like this little spot where it hangs, and stay close, or to stay close. And then I'm gonna like try to put myself between the things and the princess and hold an action. What is that called again?
Prepare an action.
Prepare.
Yes. I'm going to prepare. We'll just keep it simple for this. Just a good old melee attack should anything come within range around me or the princess. I don't know if I have to announce the trigger or not, but it's an attack.
So you are trying to leave with her.
Yep, I'm like, hey, let's get out of here before one of these things gets you.
You hear the wood above you in the beams creak, and you see just one of the women dangle by her feet from it. And she starts laughing. It is more of a giggle, though. It's like, and she holds out her arms and does a gesture. You feel the ground beneath you erupt. Make a dexterity acrobatics test.
Acrobatics. Ooh, that's a boon opportunity.
It's a boon opportunity. Yeah.
We're gonna burn one of those.
Oh, I'm at 2 before I forget.
Okay, so that's what, 13? $13.
13. Okay. You jump out of the way. The princess is not so lucky. Well, I actually have to make sure. Let me roll for the creature.
That's right.
I have to do a spellcasting check here.
Yeah, my biff the spellcast.
Alrighty. So, the princess does not get out of the way. I don't get any spell points or stun points. So roots shoot up from the ground. They are covered in thorns, and they look sick. Something looks wrong with them. They look like they're decayed somehow. They will try to grab you, but they only succeed in grabbing the princess, as she is entangled. Oh, sorry, ensnared. Hashtag not D&D. Ensnaring roots.
Yeah, buddy.
It's exactly 30% different. But yeah, princess calls out. She screams out as she is grappled.
This is a visible thing. Like we could see it doing this.
You can see the
Doing
woman
a
hang
gesture.
from the ceiling and make the ground erupt in roots as it is grabbed, or as she's grabbed. Yeah.
I'm gonna move into range and then aim up and fire up at it.
Yeah. Yeah, you can shoot her.
17, because I have a bonus to aim.
That's
as
a hit.
firearms person.
That's a hit.
Is there dex 1 or 0?
No.
Yeah. I am a terrible rogue. My dex should be way higher.
I mean, that's fair. Theirs is very high, though. It wouldn't really matter. But you're right. You
16
should,
damage,
you
all
should
the
raise
same.
your dexterity. 16 damage is admirable. You blast. You take out a chunk of the beam that she's standing in. She's gonna recede into it, as you definitely scored a hit on her. As you do so, yeah. So I guess, yeah, you took your. Was that a prepared action?
No, I just swap.
Okay, you just yeah. We'll count that as your turn. That's fine. Yeah, I'm cool with more narrative kind of turns, anyways. Solwyn.
I will note that I am now visible. I don't become invisible again.
Oh
until
yeah,
my
you
turn
are
starts again.
visible. That's fun for me. Thank you for letting me know.
Yeah, I can't help that.
Looking through this big pile of things that were gifted to the king, is there anything here that looks maybe like a magical potion or explosive fireworks, or maybe just simply a chopping axe?
Something to use?
Yeah, I'm looking for something that would be more effective against a wood
me
or stone
a-
creature.
Give me a perception check. You can use seeing or search if you have something like that.
I just have perception, just regular roll, looking balls. I've rolled an 11. That's a fine roll. So I'm gonna keep it. I'm not gonna
It's okay.
burn my little point.
You look through. You don't see anything particularly advantageous. Nothing more. So you have a sword, right?
No, I don't.
Oh well, then you're able to find like a sword.
All right.
I was
Yeah,
I was gonna say nothing better than what you have, but if you don't have anything, then yeah, you can find at least that.
Yeah, I have a gauntlet. That's all I have, and that's what I channel my magic through.
Excellent.
All
Sorry,
right.
I was reading the chat. Yeah. So you have a sword now. I mean that was not the most major action. I'll let you do a thing.
I might point out to you that maybe he's lucky enough to actually find something like a stave or a club because he's not proficient with swords.
Would you prefer something like that?
Yeah, probably something I could use would be good. Is a club?
There's
is a club a
definitely
D6?
No, I don't think so.
Or is it a D3?
Time to find out.
I
use real weapons like
and
guns.
I'm prepared
Right.
for everything except your questions.
Nice.
Saves club 1d6. Yep.
Oh, nice. Heck yeah, that's a big upgrade for me. The gauntlet is a D3.
We'll say, you find a club. It is more ornamental, but it functions.
You use accuracy to hit people with it, not fighting.
Almost like a scepter, huh?
Yeah, it's kind of like a scepter. It is made out of like fire-hardened wood, and it is carved into the shape of. We'll say it's in the shape of a bear. I think that's fun. It's a bear club.
Fire Bear Club. Hell yeah, I have to get this thing enchanted with magical fire, so it actually is a Fire Bear Club, a flaming Fire Bear Club. For now, it's just a club.
A flaming bear.
So I get myself something, I grab myself a weapon, and then I'm going to look around, and I'm going to ready action for when these things pop out of the wall again. I'm going to crack them with this bear club.
It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. I actually have that. I have a picture of that on my wall.
Nice.
Yeah. So, you're ready to action. You're visible. Aaron went. Everybody's gone. We're doing a thing. All right. You'll hear the floor kind of. You'll hear stone scrape on stone as the other one emerges right next to you, Hernas. What's your defense?
None of your business. Figure it out for yourself.
Yeah, click on his sheet. Go look at it.
12.
Yeah. You'll hear the stones gather on her. What was a normal arm will become a rock club as she slams it into your back. You're gonna take. Oh, okay. 5.
I take 2 because of the armor. Ow.
Minimum damage.
That's the minimum. That's not good.
That's as little as you can do. But yeah, she slams her club into you. I do not believe she can disappear again right now. So she'll be standing there. She's kind of like half in the ground, half out. And then the wood elf went. All right, Aaron.
Okay, so I want to help free the princess. Or no, she's trapped in here. I'm actually gonna just let her stay there for now. But I'm gonna pivot from there. The one that was in the roof got blasted and receded in, right?
Yeah, she's
the one that's stone.
You're not.
Is...
Yeah, the stone one's visible. The wood one is hiding.
Okay. So yeah, with my morning star, I take a couple spins and with the momentum fling the my arm at the creature and launch a arcane blast. Good old fashioned arcane blast, but hey, I got boons, so let's re-roll that one. It'd be cool if this one hit. That's 13. No, that's 14.
Good, because 13 doesn't hit, 14 does. Alright. Yeah, you do your arcane blast does slam into the stone one.
It only does 6 damage. But,
So you see the energy as it hits her. She puts up her club arm, and it kind of disperses a lot of it. And then she'll like peek out from behind, kind of like coyly, and like smile at you. It is like somewhat a seductive smile. They do seem to be some sort of fey creature, but there's something weird about them. Yeah, you went. After you, the wood one goes. Yeah, she's gonna pop up. You're visible now too.
I am visible.
Excellent. She's gonna pop up. She's just gonna drop down from the ceiling, and land kind of spryly in front of you. And she's going to. Her hand turns all thorny. She's just kind of like slap you across the face with just thorns. What's your defense?
11. Now that I'm visible.
Ooh, you get out of the way just barely. Whoa, because I rolled bad.
Sweet.
Let me reroll that. 1, 2, and 3, so it hits.
It does hit.
So as soon as that wooden one pops out and she lashes out, I come from behind with my ready to action and blast her in the back of the head with this fire bear club I have. And it's just an astounding 6 damage.
You hear the sound of wood on wood. Oh, it's 6 total?
6 total.
Okay, that actually does hurt a little. The 3 did not do so much.
No, the 3 was me using my boon to re-roll the 1 because a 13 was not a hit.
I see it now. I gotcha. No, excellent. Yeah, so you hear the sound of wood on wood as she will... she's gonna do that cool thing where she just turns inward and like is now facing you. Like her back becomes her front all of a sudden. She's just gonna kind of like look at you funny. She's gonna diddle her fingers at you.
You don't belong here.
You've been diddled.
You don't belong here, diddler.
She'll just be giggling. Losing track here, I guess. Yeah, Herness.
I am going to continue my. I'll look at the thing that slapped me in the back. Notice that Balor has hit it and kind of drawn its attention a little bit, and then seeing the wood, the one drop from the ceiling and get clobbered, I'll draw my pistol out, aim, pack. Not even sure that's even worth rerolling. Actually, it's worth it because with my aim bonus, because I'm a firearms specialist, that is actually 12. So rerolling's worth it. I'll use one of my boons to reroll one of those. Unfortunately, it takes away the stun point, which sucks. But I'd rather.
So
hit.
You have 12. You need 2. You can spend a boon to just give you +2.
I will do that because I desperately need the stun point.
That will hit, and you will get the stun point. Yeah. You're close enough.
I will reload my arquebus. Like in the haze of gunpowder, I'll kind of very quickly start reloading the arquebus in the other hand as I'm firing. I should track that I've been shooting stuff because my bullets are expensive. Bang! Eat 11.
Oh, jeez. You shoot the stone one?
The one that dropped from the ceiling.
Oh, you shoot her. Okay.
Yeah.
11 total, you said?
Yep.
You'll blast a large chunk out of her side. Wood splinters will fly off. She'll kind of grimace. A pain sound that's apparently very sexual. I'm sorry. Like that.
Wow. Nailed it.
Nope.
Yeah. Oh.
Being to wonder where all the guards went with all this noise, I shout at the two of you because I can see you now.
There are no guards.
Yeah, well, it's more Hernas being exasperated,
Bang.
like, oh yeah, we should sound the alarm, bang, bang.
Yeah, we're in the middle of the throne room shooting guns. Is there any more of an alarm you can sound? This is it.
Of course, there's fireworks too, though. Unfortunately,
It's true. The stone one, I believe, goes next.
yeah, it's gonna hit me again, isn't it?
All of you are kind of like around the same area now, finally, huh? That's fun. That's fun for me.
Yeah, we all hit the wooden one, but Hernasa shot it, so he may not be as close, but Aaron and I are within melee distance of the wooden one.
He's not that far. The stone one is going to kind of jump up and like come fully out of the floor into the air, and she's going to slam into the ground. The ground's going to buckle. Boom, 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 boom. I think I actually have to roll
check,
for
don't we?
this. I have to roll first, I believe.
Oh yeah, because the spell might not work. Presuming it's a spell.
Oh, what
That's
a
not
time to get stunt points.
That's not good.
I like that.
All right, let's see. Anyone caught in the area?
It has to like
Succeed,
Marvel. whether or not they like
dexterity acrobatics check.
Dex is good.
Everyone knows I have elven acrobatics. I've rolled it over and over again.
I'm gonna reroll my 1. That's my booms. Thank God.
Nice.
11 for me. Isn't it? No. 5 more on my 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 13 for me. It might not be enough, but that's way better than 8. 8 was not going to make it.
13. No, you hit the number on the head.
Oh.
So all of you pass.
Nice.
Right? Yep. Whoo! All right. So
I bet that would have hurt.
all of you pass it. None of you fall prone. That's what it does. Like it'll make you fall down. It make you go boom. But all of the ones caught in it, you all suffer -2 to your defense and -5 to your speed.
So if you're 0, you can't move.
Until I stop the spell. So the ground's just shaking now. And I got stun points. Which is a spell stunt. Which is exciting for me. I damn it, I'm 1 short. I'm 1 short of doing the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna disappear one of your friggin' things. Oh, but I can do 2 targets of Dazzling Spirit Stunt. As a special stunt, she's going to reveal a glimpse of the elemental spirit in her body. So, as she comes up from the ground after slamming into it, you can see, like inside her chest, the beating heart of the mountain itself. It's a stone heart that's kind of thundering, and it kind of draws you in. But there's a darkness seeping into it. I'm going to do it to... Well, the 2 people looking at me. The only 2 people looking in this direction are the 2 in melee combat with the wood elf. Because the stone one is behind her ass. So I'll call it that way. You 2 make perception seeing. Pass.
Oh. Oh, okay. I was worried it was in, I guess, like a reverse thing.
That's quite the roll there, Gary.
Yeah, no kidding, right? What a 19 with 6 stun points. That's a massive. I'm so good at seeing all of a sudden.
There it goes.
Okay, there you go.
I, however, am always terrible at seeing.
Well, so essentially, you're just drawn in to this. You were
I
able.
never knew that Balor needed
beautiful.
glasses.
You were able to not be drawn in, Gary. Balor, you get -4 to your next test.
Oh
no.
That sucks.
And that was just, that was her 1 turn there. Not a bad turn. I'm just trying to stall long enough for Vampire Bites to give me a GM power up.
Getting close to.
Okay, so that was no one. It is Solon.
I start to go invisible again at the beginning of my turn, so long as I don't attack. Right, that's how the invisibility works. So I start to shimmer away, and I was going to cast Disorient. Turns out that's an attack spell. Instead, I will throw Displacement on Hernasa, who has continued to show himself and do damage throughout this fight. So I will use Utility Spell, Defense Spell, Displacement. I walk over to Hernasa, now invisible, put my hand on him, and say, Sorel Azir. I rolled a 19, that's a pass. That means you have +2 to defense against melee, +5 defense against range, until they realize that you're displaced.
Oh, it's that mirror thing again.
Yeah. That's a good one. Displacement's really powerful. I like it. It's a good spell. I like the way they do it in this game. All right. Balor.
Hey, this heart is so beautiful. Let's see here. I'm gonna actually kind of like take a couple steps toward the stone thing, and but then grip my Morningstar tight and say, call to Washalia and say, Washalia, give us this.
Charlotte, give us those Oreos.
I like it. I think it's fun.
I like it.
Charlotte, give us those sick beats.
There you go. Okay. Oh shit! Who are you doing that to? That's 6 stun points
Oh boy, that's a lot of stunties.
on a hero's might check.
I know.
Charlotte,
Okay,
guide
you're back,
me
you're
to
back.
stunt points.
I found you. It's funny. It gets so bad on her turn. It's like it
Why is it that it
knows.
works so well? It is. It totally knows.
Uh,
Getting pranked over here. With spell points, let's do Disrupt Magic again, and see if we can stop that thing.
The rumble.
Ooh.
Yeah.
13, but I think I'm out of boons to reroll the 1.
13. Disrupt
Yeah.
magic, power arcana versus the spell power of any one effect on target. Yes. You cast Hero's Might, and while you're doing so, you pick apart the magic that is shaking the earth. The ground kind of stops moving. All the cobblestones fall out of sequence. The ground's now all like fucked up, but it stops moving. So you did actually stop the effect, which I'm super annoyed by. Because it was so hard to cast.
Also, I'm guessing
those
Hero's
just-
Might is probably not an attack spell, right?
No.
It is not. So
you're also invisible
yeah.
if you want to be.
I am, but after that spell is cast, it was only for 1 turn that I was affected by that -4 thing, right?
First task you do, yeah.
Your first
Yeah,
roll,
okay, cool.
which was Hero's Might.
This roll.
So you still pass with that one, because you rolled so high. So yeah, kind of a bold move to do a spell with -4. Yeah, you did it though.
The dice have been hot. So
Who gets the Hero's Might? I think that's the only information that we are missing.
which information? Am I back?
Yeah. Who'd you Hero's Might?
Oh, sorry. It goes to 3 targets, so it's all 3 of us.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
Yeah,
Everybody gets
+1
+1
to
damage. Excellent.
Mhm.
Excellente. Oh man, the rest of
And
the
I
party was
level
just
my
holding you
eye.
back.
I level my eyes to the stone one, and return to my clarity and ready to bonk it with the and send it to horny jail. And that's
It's going to the wood one's next. You two turned invisible. She can still technically hit you.
I moved.
She can still try.
She can try, but
I am visible.
I turned invisible and moved, so she'll have a harder time trying to find me.
I am 100% visible still, though.
Let me see if she can do this thing real quick. Let me read this thing. You
Yeah,
guys,
man.
You guys leave me alone while I read this.
Leave him alone while he does the thing. That's what the game master says. Whenever I used to GM, I would go out on like the back patio. I would just be like, "Hey, I need like a 15-minute break," and I'd go out in the back patio and finish writing like the second half of the adventure for the night based on what choices they had made.
Yeah,
I just talked bullcrap for like constantly pretending to know what I was doing.
That was my version
what I
of
do.
don't talk to me. Like, give me 15 minutes and don't talk to the game master. I'm gonna go look up a bunch of rules and I'm gonna look up more monsters and I'm gonna make sure that you guys enjoy this part too.
It's not going to be very helpful if she does that. So she's just going. She's going to fight the one she can see, I guess. She's going to pop on over to her nest.
Yeah.
Her nest is harder to hit by what, 2?
2 in melee.
2 in melee. So she's going to like pop up. She just kind of runs across the floor at you. She's gonna like just nail where she thinks you are, and she's gonna look around, kind of confused. Does she get to make a test now, Gary?
Yes, she missed, so she gets to make a perception seeing against a 13, which is my spell power.
She looks around, unsure of what's happening. After that one is her nest. Yeah, you go right after the wood one.
The mirror images just go right at her. Pack with the arquebus. I imagine the weird visual of multiple rifles. It's just bothering me.
The way I am at this one in the text says that you look like you're 3 to 5 feet away from where they thought you were.
Oh, so it's just me firing.
You're just over there. They try to hit you and you're not there, and they're like, "What in the Sam hell?" But I also imagine that you could flicker throughout the spot and just appear in different places within the 5-foot area. Oh yeah, look at that roll. Corbinian rolls all the way to the fences, a home run of a roll, an 11 with 2 stunt
Does
points.
12 because I get +1 because I aimed.
Well,
as
excuse me.
12
Does 12 hit?
misses.
It better miss. Are you kidding me? And I wasted a perfectly good arquebus.
Yeah, both of them are very close to you, and their presence is kind of intimidating.
True. Yep.
They're not.
Oh,
They're not human. They just look like they are, kind of.
I'm not human either.
It's upset. They're not mortals. They're creatures, and it is frightening. All right.
That's me though. Unfortunately, 'cause aim kills my my movement.
After you is the stone one, who is right behind you.
No, it doesn't go away.
No, it does not go away. I'm the stemmed one. Yeah. So
Yes.
from behind,
Yes.
you just feel this club thunk into your back again.
Of course it does.
For
Damn it.
8.
Ow. Cool. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ow.
Let me check to see if this is a major action. Seems like all spells are, which is, at a certain point you don't even have to mention it because they all are. All right, it is now back to Solon. Both of them are over there beating up Hernas. They're beating
Yes.
up on that Hernas.
Yeah, I saw Hernasa shot his gun and it missed, and so I'm gonna go do something that I have done a few times before. I'll approach this little combat they're having, put my little finger right on top of Hernasa's gun, and say "Viol Enchantro," and give his weapon a little enchanting. Rolled a 12, looking for a 10. Hey, you get a +1 to attack and damage.
So you have a +2 to
Nice.
damage right now. You have a +1 to attack, which is good.
And
That's
after
awesome.
that, I will just kind of hunker down behind cover and hope that they don't bash me while they're trying to bash him. Because I had to get close for that.
I'm the party tank.
Yeah,
Actually,
you're the tank rogue gunner because our fighters is gone. Yeah, it's like the guy with the bow taking all the hits. This is really good, and the two mages are just standing in the back trying to buff.
Well, of course, since it is her turn, she has lagged.
Yeah, but
It's a good face,
I think that she lagged at the beginning, which means she should be coming back any second.
Any second now.
You got it right.
Boom!
Pattern, you got it down. Now we can work with it.
Balor, you were there. You see them fighting Hernas. The princess is still captured by vines behind you. You're gonna run up and go bash one of them.
I'm gonna go for the bash and a swing and a miss.
You
With a knife.
run up. You come up to swing. You step, and one of the cobblestones is loose, and you whiff.
Yeah, my approach is like a dance step, and it just catches. Okay, that's all I'm gonna do then. Is be exposed as I turn visible.
Oh no, you attack. So yeah, you are visible.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. The wood one, who is the most hurt one, she's gonna look. She's gonna like turn and look at like the near miss that just happened, and she's gonna start swaying as she looks at you, and then she's gonna kind of like flip her hair around, and it's going to like go underneath Hernas's chin. She's gonna kind of walk away from you guys, moving her hips in a very sultry fashion. She's going to start to dance. Everyone with eyes, give me a willpower self-control check.
Oh no.
Oh,
Y'all got any more of them boons?
do not waste boons. I got a...
Bethan.
a 20.
Got it. What?
I got a 20 this turn, so you all fail this
Right.
turn.
but isn't it based on spell power, which is static?
It's not a spell.
That's unfortunate.
Oh no.
She's not using magic on you. She's just so attractive. You see her features kind of morph to be more normal because they were starting to present some monstrous features. But you see her become a very shapely wooden woman, and she begins to dance. All of you are captivated by this. You can't take an action as long as she's dancing until you beat her in this test, except to dance with her. You're mesmerized. And as you all begin to dance with her, well, I guess Hernas, it's your turn. You're going to dance with her.
On the plus side, I turn invisible. I just dance.
As long as you're not slam dancing.
It's free.
That's true.
If somebody starts a mosh pit, we all show up again. Until the slow part of the mosh, when everybody stops, we all vanish.
They're both going to start to laugh as this happens.
Because we vanish, but they still hear the scuffle of boots and stuff.
Yeah, they
all
can hear
around
you.
them.
They can hear you dancing. They know you're here. It's not the first time they've dealt with invisibility, but as
Or
they
butts.
do this, the stone creature is going to look towards the window and start to beckon. a tall man, will start to glide across the floor, seemingly coming out of the shadows. With his long, tall, bald head, small, beady eyes, and his gigantic, smiling face. He will approach the princess.
So what you're telling me is we all have one chance to roll a 20 on willpower?
No. You get to roll again every turn. But this is beginning to happen. And it's not going to be against a 20 every time. I have to roll again as well. So, he's going to go towards the princess. But, yeah, then it is...
Myself, I believe.
Yeah, Hernes, you can go ahead and make your turn. Attempt.
15.
Nope.
Yeah.
It's something that does have high stats in, and I'm rolling pretty good. You keep dancing.
That's unfortunate.
You're never going to dance again the way you dance with her. Soul in. Oh no, I've been powered.
It's not a freeze frame. She's just glaring at you right now.
A 15.
I rolled even better. Sorry.
Goddamn. Glare more next time.
She's just dancing. You guys can start to hear music.
So we have to dance, but we can't take any other action? We can't take a major action.
In order to take any major action other than dancing, you have to,
So we
you have to
can-
beat the test.
Minor actions.
You
We
can minor
move.
actions.
You can move, yeah.
We can move and make minor actions.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to move closer to the princess and this big needle-toothed monster man. And on the princess, I am going to cast Displacement as a minor action to try to make her harder for this man, creature,
No
monster to
way.
interact with.
Oh, that's
No.
funny.
And amongst this, I'm trying to fight all the urge to dance, but I'm still dancing. I'm just sort of familiar with this legend of the irresistible dance from Fey lore. It's something that we know exists in the deep woods, and I've trained against. So, with my minor action, Princess, I have rolled a 21. I was looking for an 11. That's definitely... She is displaced. I also have 3 stunty boys.
You
I
have
will
3
see-
stunty boys.
I'll see what I can do with 3 stunty boys with spell power. But until then, I'm good with that being my turn.
Alright. It is Aaron's turn.
Throughout my willpower check.
Oh. All you guys rolling 15s. You have any boons?
There's like a floater boon that Alex gave us. Can I take
You're
it?
the closest to beating this roll so far because I rolled lower and you kept rolling the same, so you could actually potentially pass this.
I'm gonna take it.
All right. Thank
So,
you,
thanks.
Alex.
Very much. What am I doing? Throwing out. Oh, one's gonna reroll, right?
Let's get a reroll on boons. Yes.
4. Okay, so that's 17. No. Yeah, 17. Some points if I succeed.
That beats my 16. So
Sweet.
you realize you're dancing, and you're like, "What the hell?" And you stop.
It's not a dance of Washalia.
When I was
Not the
looking at
steps
those
we
stat
usually
blocks,
take.
I did not realize that was the thing. But yeah, you are free, and you can take a regular action now.
So as I become free, I try to subtly shift, or I just take more intentful steps. I don't stop dancing for a moment. But until my dance shifts a little bit into the kind that I make right as I swing the Morning Star. That's an 18 to hit. Which it hits, right? Because it's like
Yes, that
13
does
or
hit.
something. And then 5 stun points.
That's a really good roll. Holy crap.
No joke.
We're gonna lethal blow it and just make it 3d6.
And you're hitting which one? The Dancing Queen?
The Dancing Queen. I'm gonna roll 2 more. Oh, not as juicy as it could be, but it's an 11.
Okay.
Still a fair amount of damage.
I'll take it. It's a max roll without stun points.
You slam into her. I'll say it's not in the stat block, but I'll say she stops dancing. That's a pretty good hit. I feel like that's fair. She'll kind of like fall to the floor as you hit her, and she's very hurt at this point. She looks like she's close to death. But I have been given a DM power up,
You have not.
which means
That's a lie.
it's time
Do.
for the final form. The wood one is going to sort of half hobble on over to the stone woman and grab hold. And they're going to intertwine and re-emerge as a twisted, two-headed, four-armed creature. That is still somehow attractive. But as they do this, they take on more aspects of the shadow and of monsters. They enter deeply into the uncanny valley. Don't make me black and white. What are you doing?
I already did.
It's like a fucking obituary.
Oh man.
Bye. But yeah, the creature merges into one.
Okay. That's not screwed up or anything.
Thanks, Vampire Bites. I was hoping someone was gonna. I always kind of have like an idea of what am I gonna do if they give me a thing. I try to have an idea. Good turn, Aaron.
Thanks.
Corbinian.
So there's.
You cut out while you're talking.
Well, tough nuts now. There's the armed monstrosity and
Yeah, there's the
Boy.
four-armed there's a two-headed four-armed sexy monster, and then there is the eerie, thin, needle-toothed man who is very close to where the princess appears to be. She is still wrapped up in vines, however.
I am going to. Could I have said during the dance? I forgot that I was going to bring this up, but since we did have minors, could I have reloaded my arquebus during the dance in the last round?
Yeah, since you weren't really aware of that, so yeah, I'll allow it. It's fine. That's my bad.
Oh, and actually, I'm going to make sure I'm not cheating. Because I can make sure it's something I can do in a minor action. That just occurred to me. I might not be able to do it anyway. Knowing how guns work, I think... Nope, never mind. Couldn't have done it. It's a major action to do that. Never mind. Fudge muffins, this stupid dance. I do have a pistol that's loaded.
Yeah, I didn't
he's
think
in
I
the
was gonna
dark.
fuck you guys up with dancing. It's real fun.
I am going to aim and fire at Smiley.
Ooh.
Because I don't know his intentions, and I don't want to find out.
You can guess. Yeah, go ahead. arquebus.
It's unfortunate because the arquebus is the one that's enchanted, but you wouldn't have. Normally, I'd be able to reload it in time. Bang. Although I do get the bonus from the hero buff, I think.
You do. You get a +1, and you get a +1 for aiming, which makes it
Yep.
which
And
makes
also
it
+1 from me, and then the +1.
That's for
damage.
the gun, the rifle, though, right? Not the pistol.
Oh, okay. I thought it. Yeah, for the arquebus. I thought it was for the big one.
Yeah, he gets +1 to hit for hero's might, right? Or is that just damage, Aaron?
It's damage to melee or ranged attacks.
Okay, so you just get your regular +1 aim bonus, which
And so it's 14 now because it's essentially my aim's 3, not 2.
as he's
Blood don't catch
heading to the princess, he kind of doesn't move right. He sort of moves in that like quick stop motion way that ghosts move in like Japanese movies. And it's hard to hit.
Damn. I'm out. Oh no.
Gun goes off. And he'll like, as he's floating, he'll smile and look at you.
Scheiße.
He's gonna reach out to where he thinks the princess is. Let me see if he can grab her. I haven't had to roll for this before. I've just been doing it cinematically. But now I shall try. How much is that? A +2, Gary?
No, +3.
Okay.
Yeah, I used all 3 of my little tasty points on it. Remember them stunty boys I had? Yep, I increased the spell power by 3, so he needs to beat a 16 to be able to grab the right
Oh,
one.
16. Okay. Oh, just short. Okay. So he's gonna make the perception test. He does not. So he's gonna reach, and he's gonna be upset. You'll hear him let out like a sigh, and he'll like look around. He looks right at where you're standing, but he can't see you. You only delay me.
Yes, that's the idea.
He does sound grumpy about this, but he's still smiling. Boop boop boop. Aaron went. Corbinian went. Back to Solwyn.
Ole El Kanazim! This is my last casting of a spell, so I hope this hits. I appear with my most powerful attack spell, Disorient. Slam the dice.
Oh,
Rolled
shit!
a 19, looking
Nice.
for an 11. Definitely hit big time.
Do I make a test
you
of any
do.
kind?
You do. You make a willpower self-discipline.
Ooh,
Please.
he's good at that.
Please roll low, please.
He's good at that. All right.
Please, low, please.
You're
please.
Thin Man, right?
Yeah.
All right, he is good at it. I do get a large bonus.
I know, but I'm not going to change my intent mid round.
It's all good.
I need this guy to be disoriented.
What do I have to beat?
13?
A 13.
Oh, I'm gonna do that.
No, you're not. No. Roll ones, bro. Slick ones. Ones all day, baby. Roll them tasty ones. I want to see ones on your desk. I want to see snake eyes. Ones and twos. Give me them tasty.
Also one.
I hate doing this. On one part, you definitely can feel his anti-magical nature, but on the other hand, you can also feel his iron will. As you just can't find a crack to hook into. As I got a 18.
Yeah. Last from invisibility, I appear in this shockwave of magic just spreads out and falls flat. And now I'm just kind of standing there with this deer caught in the headlights. Oh shit face.
Finally. He'll look past you, and you'll hear the creak in the rock wooden stone as they run towards you and shake the ground as they do so.
Hulk moment here.
Maybe you lucked out, buddy. What's your defense? I might miss it.
I believe it's a 12. Yeah, it's a 12.
Ooh. Boom! boom, just breaks the ground next to you.
No way.
Woo!
Very close. Yeah.
I'm fast. I'm fast, man. I'm fast.
Absolutely. So, the creature will take up a defensive stance near their supposed controller here. The princess is entangled to the roots. The throne room is in shambles. But, unfortunately, that's all the time we have for tonight. So, thank you everyone for watching Fantasy Age from Green Ronin Publishing. This has been episode 18, Wood and Stone, which I was happy with that name. I've been Johanan, the Game Master at RockFact on Twitter.
It's me, Casualty CDG, and you can find me at Casualty CDG on social media. If you like our show, you can catch us every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Sometimes we're playing tabletop role-playing games, sometimes we're reading rules, and sometimes we're painting miniatures. Look out soon, we'll be playing a 5th Age starter set. That's Green Ronin's newest game, and we have a quick start, so we'll be trying to put together a group to do a quick start on that. If you don't like tabletop role-playing games, but you sat through this whole thing because you love our endearing personalities, well then do I have a podcast for you. It's called Fresh Out the Podcast. It's where me and Jahan and our friend Drew, he's a movie mastermind, we talk about movies, video games, and streaming shows and other pop culture things. We have a new episode almost every single Sunday, so check out Fresh Out the Podcast, where all podcasts are available. It runs about an hour, and it's just us clowning around, goofing around, being friends. So check out our podcast. And then, of course, thank you so much for being here. And we will see you tomorrow night. We're painting minis, right, Jahan?
Yeah, we are. I'm
Live.
torn between what mini to paint. I just got my like $500 Darkest Dungeon board game, and then I also just got my Frosthaven pledge in, and
Oh, dude.
I don't know if I
I'm
want to
so
touch them
jealous.
yet, but I might.
That's sick, man. I got a whole box of Chaos Marines from my Warp Crate, so I don't know if I want to do those on stream, but I'm loving painting a bunch of nasty barbarians.
That's hot.
But thanks for your support, guys. If you want to see us come paint or you want to paint with us, that's a thing too. See y'all on the next thing.
And I've been AD Springer, also known as Corbinian. You can find me at ElectricMetCHSR on Twitter, as well as follow me on Twitch under Corbinian. And this Saturday at around 1 Eastern, I will be doing episode 1 of Traveler 5, Adventures in the Far Future, with currently a space bear, a space starfish, a space Viking, and a space regular human, and a space psychic. So it's going to be weird, and so I look forward to that, and I hope to see you all in the near future.
That's dope.
Nice. That is, definitely. As always, it's me, Aaron Baumier. I'm out there as Serendipity do pretty much in most places. You can just try it in there and it'll probably work. I'm a game designer with Adventure Slang Productions, and we are putting out New Varden sometime later this year, which is really exciting. And if you're not around for New Varden and you are interested in hearing podcasts about TTRPGs, you can check out the Adventure Slang podcast that I host with my dad, where we interview people in the TTRPG community, creators and people, and it's a good time. And anyway, thanks for being here, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, everybody. Hey, and thanks for the follow on YouTube, Castellan. We see you. Yeah, everyone, stay fresh.